What's up, beautiful people? So, welcome to the Dream Client Magnet Method free training. Today, we're going to talk about how to attract more of your ideal clients and charge higher prices. So, that sound cool? Let's get into it. So first and foremost, guys, let's talk about who this is for and who this is not for. So this free training is for coaches, consultants, and service providers, service-based businesses. It doesn't matter if you already established your business and you've been doing this for a while, or if you're kind of new or brand new and you're creating your first offer for the very first time. If you've already established your business and you've been doing this for a while, then we'll talk more about how to optimize your business and make sure it's as strong as possible so you can create the attraction from the ideal clients that you want to work with. And if you're brand new, then we'll just talk about how to build it from the ground up. So this is for you if you want to charge higher rates and really work with clients that respect your expertise and don't mind paying that premium. This is for you. This is for you if you want to get more of your ideal clients. So maybe you're getting a couple of clients here and there, but they're not like ideal clients. They really don't want to pay your ideal rate. So pay your premium rates. They kind of want to lowball you. They kind of want to look over your shoulder and micromanage. And they're just not the kind of clients that you imagine yourself working with when you started your business. The kind of clients that give you life. Those are the kind of clients you want to get with. So maybe you're in that boat, or maybe you're just not getting any clients at all, and you want to figure out where you're going wrong and rectify that. So if that's you, then this is ideal for you. This training is for entrepreneurs that are serious about their business and that are willing to do the work, because as we all know, anything that's worth having is not going to be the easiest thing to get. So you will have to put in some work to get what you want. But once you do that and get the ball rolling and pick up that momentum, man, it's the best thing in the world, and you'll be amazed by how easily things start to flow. This training is not for you if you're not serious about your business, if you're not dedicated and committed to doing what you need to do to make your business succeed, then this training is probably not for you. So don't even waste your time. This training isn't for you if you don't believe in your offer and you don't believe in what you're offering people. Because if you don't believe in what you're offering people, or you don't believe that you can really help people, then there's going to be like this cognitive dissonance when you try to talk to people about your offer and try to sell, and it's just not going to be good. So if you don't really believe in what you do, then this is not for you. Now, if you're dealing with imposter syndrome, where you're good, but you just have doubt, then that's cool. We all deal with that, and that is something I can help you with, as long as everything else is in order, but you have to believe in what you're doing. Now, on the flip side, if you're already crushing it, like if you're killing it, if you're doing big numbers, then this honestly might not be for you, not this particular training, because you might already have all this down pat, so you might not get the best time out of watching this. We have other things that can help you with that if you're already doing big numbers, but this particular training might not be for you. So if you're still here, then that means you feel like this training is for you, and happy to have you. I want to tell you what you'll be learning today. So this is my personal goal, is to make this the most lucrative 30 minutes of your entire week. If you watch this free training, it's going to be the most important lucrative 30 minutes of your week. So today I will be showing you guys how to turn your business into a dream client magnet and attract more of your ideal clients. And again, if you already established, then it'll be optimizing it to make sure you can reach more of your ideal clients and make sure that they're attracted to you when they see you. And if you're new, then we'll just be starting from scratch. You also learn how to charge higher rates for your services. You will learn the foolproof framework for making more money and working with clients that respect you. You will learn how to craft the irresistible offer that has your dream clients lining up to work with you. You'll also learn how to communicate the value of that offer in a way that resonates with your dream clients. You will learn how to attract a loyal following of constant leads on social media using only your phone, your iPhone, or for you Android people, I guess that's cool too. No, I'm just messing. I love y'all too, man. And then last but certainly not least, you'll learn how to close more deals, handle sales like a boss, and bring more money into your business. So real quick, before we get started, I'm gonna tell y'all my story and just kind of how I learned all of this, so y'all don't think I'm just some crazy guy on the internet trying to tell y'all how to do something I've never done. So I've always wanted to be a film director. As a kid, I just always wanted to be a film director and producer because I thought it was cool. And so in like 2013, I started doing it. I produced my first film, and it went pretty good. And you know, my goal was always to be like major Hollywood player, like Tyler Perry, Ice Cube level. You know, I wanted to have my movies in the movie theaters. I wanted to get them on Netflix. I wanted to get them on Amazon and Tubi. Like, that was the dream. I wanted the world to see them. And so I started doing this in 2013, and things went pretty good. But the thing about making films is expensive, and you really don't see that money back right away. Like, it takes a while for you to make the money back on the films. So in the meantime, I needed money. Like, I needed daily income, you know, to take care of myself. So I decided to use my passion for visual storytelling and just for being able to create a story that connects with people. I decided to use my passion for doing that with by helping out small businesses, helping them with their marketing and advertising, basically. So I would make video content for them, social media commercials, help them tell their story, help them show what makes them unique so that their customers can find them and buy from them. And so as I started doing this more and more and working with more business owners, and I wanted to make the best possible video, so I started, like, you know, asking questions like, you know, what makes you different from your competitors? What's your unique selling, you know, proposition? What's an experience like for your customers by working with you? You know, the stuff that I wanted to put into the video to make them really compelling. And a lot of times the business owners would be like, yeah, man, you know, I really don't know. Like, I guess I never thought about that. That's a good question. And I'd be like, yeah, it is a good question, you know, because we definitely have to know these things if we're going to market efficiently. And so I started basically doing these consultations before I would shoot a video for my clients, because, you know, we had to make sure that we knew who we were talking to. And eventually the consultation started really gaining steam. Like, you know, people will want consultations without even necessarily wanting a video. They just kind of want to know how to position their business for success in the best way possible. So COVID came, of course. 2020 shut everything down. So at this point, I wasn't shooting any videos. I wasn't doing any like content for clients. So I really started picking up with the consultations and just sharing certain things that were working for me and my clients, sharing certain frameworks, and people were really, really loving it. And I just decided to go harder with it. So I end up creating the coaching program, Dream Client Magnet coaching program, that I'm actually offering now, and doing consultations and just other things to keep that going and to help people who needed that help. So that's pretty much the story of how I got here, you know, working with so many clients and helping them position their business and optimize these things. I eventually developed a framework that made it easier to share with other people and made it easier for them to follow. It's basically a step-by-step framework to get you from A to B to C to D, and everything is already laid out, so all you have to do is kind of plug and play. And that's what we're here to learn today. So before we get into the framework, though, I want us to talk about these 3 myths, because these are 3 limiting beliefs that will absolutely hold you back if you don't conquer them early. Anything else that you learn here today will be negated if you don't handle these 3 limiting beliefs. And if you are dealing with them, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we all do. I definitely did. Like, I am speaking from experience, and I am speaking to my old self. So, and I know a lot of my clients also have these same limiting beliefs. So even if you're an established coach, consultant, service provider, business owner, whatever, I know a lot of you guys still have these beliefs, and they might be holding you back from going as hard and flying as high as you possibly can. So let's get into them. Myth number 1, you need a big following to be successful. Man, y'all, if I could tell you how much this held me back when I first thought about getting started with this. Like, I thought I needed the biggest following ever, because I seen the people that were out there doing it, a lot of people on social media, and they had hundreds of thousands of followers. And so I thought, like, man, if I don't have that many followers, then there's no point. But I can tell y'all that's not like true at all. That could not be further from the truth. And I also know a lot of my clients and a lot of people that I talk to and do consultations for, like that's something that just persists in their head, that they need more clients before they can be as successful as they want to be. You do not need thousands of followers, guys. And the reason why is because if you follow the framework that I'm going to teach you today, then you're going to attract the clients that you need to attract. You're going to post your content, you're going to show off your expertise, and you're going to have people raising their hands saying, yo, I like what you're talking about. Like, how can I know more? How can I work with you? You're going to attract your tribe. So you don't have to worry about having lots of followers when you first start off. They'll come. Also, you want quality over quantity when it comes to your audience. You don't want thousands of followers just for the vanity. You know, that's a vanity metric. If they're not engaging with your content, if they're not actually supporting what you're saying, or if they just don't care about what you're offering in the first place. You want dream clients in a dream audience. It is way better to have fewer followers, but all of them are way more engaged with what you're offering. They are your dream clients. They're the ones that you want to work with. So don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat not having enough followers, because that's held way too many people back from getting started. Myth number 2, your clients care about certifications or college degrees. All right, so it's cool to be certified and it's cool to have degrees in certain things, but if you think that by not having those things your clients gonna care, or that they're gonna look at you as less than, I'm telling you that is not the case, because your experience and your ability to get results is the only thing that your clients care about. If you can help them get from point A to point B, if you can help them make their transformation, if you can help them reach the goals that they want to reach, they're not going to care about the whatever you might not have that you think you need to have. Your experience is going to speak volumes, and that's really all they care about. Help people get results, get testimonials from those people, and continue making offers on social media, and your business will grow, continue to grow, and you'll do fine. Imposter syndrome is something kind of different. That's where you know you can help people and you know that you have the necessary skills and experience, but you know, once you start doing it, you just feel like an imposter. That's something that we all deal with. I do have a few techniques to battle that. I don't have enough time to get into them in this video, but if that's something you're interested in, then I do offer that. We could talk about that later. But imposter syndrome, don't let that do it. The way you beat it, the quick way, I give you one quick tip, is to just keep doing it, keep getting the reps in and building up that confidence. And the more that you do it, the more that you help people, the more clients that you work with, then the less imposter syndrome is going to affect you. Last but not least, common sense cases, y'all. Now, there is some things out there that you definitely need certification or, you know, the right degrees for. This is not that. I'm not talking about that. This is not for doctors. I'm not talking to lawyers, you know, certain real estate professionals. Like, if you need to be certified to do business, then get your certification. But that is not the case for most of the people, or any of the people that I talk to. Mostly it's a case of they are good. They can help the people that they want to help. It's just they're kind of too far in their head about not being certified or having certain paperwork that they feel like is going to make them valid and more legit. That's not the case. Your experience and your ability to provide the results that you're promising to your target audience is all that matters when it comes to being legit. All right? Cool. Myth number 3. Oh, man, this one got me for so long, and it gets so many people. You don't deserve to charge higher rates. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. That is a myth. Like, so many of us as entrepreneurs, we're funny about money because, you know, we come from being employees, and that's a whole different game over there. Like, it's not the same. Once you're an entrepreneur and you're doing your own thing, you're providing value in a different way that can't be calculated the same way it does working hourly at somebody's job. You deserve to charge higher rates for the value that you bring. You provide transformations. You help people accomplish goals. You help them make their lives better. Now, also, and maybe even more importantly, if you're not charging, and if you're not charging the proper rates, if you're lowballing yourselves, you can't even really serve them you can't be present for them. You can't go all in and be there for them and give them the time and resources that you need because you're not making enough money. Now you got to worry about how you're going to pay the bills, and you got to like scramble and do other things instead of being clear and present with your clients, helping them. And the only way you can do that is by charging high enough rates. Think, you saving them time, you saving them money, you saving them pain. And that's like, if you don't deserve to be paid for that, then what do you deserve? What do people deserve to be paid for? And I know these are all like things that we know, but it's also just sometimes we get in our head too much about money and being paid. Some of you guys are not gonna have this problem at all. Like, y'all already know, like, cut the check, show me the money, Jerry Maguire, and that's cool. This part right here might not be for y'all, but I know a lot of people are kind of like in their heads a lot about money when they're, especially when they're first starting off, or even when they've been doing it for a while, but they just never been able to defeat that limiting belief. You deserve to charge higher rates and be compensated very well for the value that you provide. All right. And last but not least, you have a duty to serve people if you can. And if you're watching this video, then I'm guessing you're already serving people, or at the very least you have the capacity to serve people, whether that's through your expertise, your skills, your knowledge, and you deserve to be compensated and rewarded for serving people. And the higher level that you serve them on, the more you deserve to be paid and compensated. So know that, always know that, and get over that fear of not feeling like you deserve to charge higher rates. Cool? All right, we're moving on. So here we go. This is the meat and potatoes of the free training, y'all. This is the dream client system. And the actual framework that I'm going to be teaching you guys today is called the OMS framework, OMMS. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But first and foremost, why is this framework so important? This framework is so important because these are the foundational principles of any business. Once you get these 4 things right, you can be successful in any business that you can imagine. And if you don't get these things right, then your business is going to suffer. You're going to have to like do more and work harder for less results. And nobody wants to do that. You want to be efficient. The benefits of optimizing. So this framework, OMMS, the whole system is all about optimizing your current business to attract the dream clients that you want to work with, and being able to charge higher rates and feeling more fulfilled in your business, right? So that's the whole point of this framework. Once you do that, you're going to see that it's way easier to attract way better clients with less effort, way more efficient. So your social media posts, they're going to just be way more effective. You're going to have more reach. When you talk to clients on the phone, maybe do sales call, they're going to go way smoother. You're not going to have as much friction. You're not going to have to try to convince them to do business with you, which is going to make you feel slimy and salesy. Like, you're not going to have to worry about all that because you guys are already aligned, because you've optimized your business to attract people that align with what you have going on. Those are the benefits of optimizing. Now, the consequences of not optimizing is the opposite, right? That means you're going to be doing more work for less results. You're going to be working with clients that you don't enjoy working with as much, just to kind of keep the money flowing. And everything's just going to be way harder than it needs to be. So you definitely want to use this framework to optimize your business. Now, without further ado, this is the OMS framework. It's offer, messaging, marketing, and sales. Get those 4 things right in your business and you will succeed way more than you thought. If any one of these things are missing, it will drag your business down way more than you think. If you're missing one of these and you're already doing good business, then by fixing it, you'll be doing great business. If you're missing one of these and you're not really doing good business right now at all, then that's why, because you're missing one of these. And once you fix it, then it's going to make all the difference in the world. So let's get into it. OMS. The O stands for offers. Create a unique and irresistible offer, or optimize your current offer if you're already up and running. So guys, your offer is the most important part of this whole equation. It will literally make or break your business, because if you don't have the right offer and you're not actually offering something that people want, then they're not going to pay attention like long enough for you to even get past go. Like, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. So An important thing to keep in mind is that your offer isn't just what you sell. It's the results, the promise, and the experience of what you sell. So I want you to keep that mindset when it comes to the way you present it. When you present your offer to people, just kind of keep that in your mind, because you want to make it attractive to the people that you want to attract, right? So what most people do wrong is they just focus on the thing that they do instead of the bigger picture. And by doing that, that is a surefire way to become a commodity. A commodity is something that's readily available everywhere. It's easy to find, which means it's easy for people to price shop. You know, they'll compare your prices to other people that do the same thing that you do. And if it's not a major difference, as far as they can see, if you haven't found a way to communicate the value of what you do and differentiate yourself from your opposition, then they're just gonna usually go with the cheapest option. And you don't want to be the cheapest option, and you don't want to always lose business to the cheapest option. So a good way to not do that is to not be a commodity. That's why you don't want to focus on the thing that you do. You want to focus on the results, the promise, and the experience, right? Again, present it the right way. So how do you do that? How do you optimize an offer or craft your offer in a way that makes it irresistible to your dream clients? This is the framework that I like to use, that I use for my own offers, and I teach my students and my clients. So the framework is big outcome plus target audience plus benefits minus pain points equal irresistible offer. Big outcome plus target audience plus benefits plus minus pain point equals irresistible offer. All right, so let's break this down a little bit. When it comes to being attractive to your dream clients, the first thing they need to know is what's the result that you can get for them. What's the outcome that they get by working with you, by spending their hard-earned money with you. You have to know this, and you have to be able to say it in a way that really hits with them. If you don't know it, if it's wrong, or if it's not communicated right, then your business isn't optimized and you're missing out, I'm telling you. So the big outcome, you got to know that. You also want to know your target audience. Who are you talking to? Who are you helping with your promise? You know, because if you're talking to the wrong audience, then they're not going to resonate with your big outcome, the results that you're promising. They're not going to care, or they're not going to care as much as you think they should. This is really a big piece of the puzzle here, because if you have the target audience right and you have the big outcome right, like you cooking with grease, like you honing on something. The benefits are the things that come along with that. The things that are nice to have that makes their life easier in service of them reaching their goals, right? So big outcome, target audience, benefits, minus the pain points. So there are frustrations that your dream clients have that keep them up at night. There are things that they don't like. There are things that are making their life harder, and these are called pain points. Things that they don't want to do, things that they don't want to have to deal with. These are called pain points, and everybody have them. Every customer has them. Of course, that goes back to market research. You have to know what your customers' pain points are. But if you can offer them a way to reach their goals, transform themselves, become the person they want to be, or whatever the case may be, and get the benefits of doing that without the pain of doing that, then your offer really becomes irresistible, y'all. You feel me? So let's see how this works in reality. Let's be practical here. Let's say you have two fitness trainers, right? Two personal trainers. And the first guy, he presents himself as a personal trainer that helps you lose weight. I can help you lose weight, you know, which is cool. That's awesome. That's what personal trainers do. They help you lose weight, help you get in shape, help you live healthier lives. But by doing that, he kind of is making himself a commodity, because now a person that might be interested in their services can go down the street and talk to 3 or 4 other personal trainers and that helps you lose weight, and kind of price shop, and you know what I mean, it's not really a big difference. You haven't differentiated yourself enough with the value that you bring to make it seem like a big difference in your client's mind. So if your prices are higher, then they're really not going to see why they should pay more for somebody to help them lose weight when there's other people that's willing to do it for cheaper, right? But what about personal trainer number 2? So personal trainer number 2 doesn't say, I help people lose weight. He says, I help brides-to-be lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks so that they look great in their wedding dress without dieting and without counting carbs. Wow. Like, do y'all see the difference in that offer? You see the difference in the way it's presented? Because yeah, he helping you lose weight too, just like the first guy, but he has followed this framework and put all the necessary pieces of the puzzle in there. So let's take a look at it. I help brides-to-be lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks so they can look great in their wedding dress without dieting and counting carbs. So this is the framework. We need the big outcome. Do we have that? Yeah, the big outcome is they lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks. That's a huge result. It's very clear. It's easy to understand. Target audience. Do we have that? Yep. I color coded this all so it's easy to see. I help brides-to-be. That's his target audience. Now you might feel like by narrowing down the audience for this offer that it's going to bring in less people, but I am here to tell you that it will bring in more people, because a bride-to-be is going to see this and she's going to think instantly, wow, he's talking right to me, like this is for me, and you're going to automatically stand out to them versus all the other personal trainers who don't use this kind of language. All right, so I help brides-to-be lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks. That's the target audience and the big outcome. Why? So that they look great in their wedding dress. That's the benefit. Now, if you're a bride-to-be and your wedding is coming up, of course, that's going to probably be one of the things on your mind. You want to look great in your wedding dress. So a personal trainer who is offering, not only can he help you lose weight, he can help you lose weight and look great in your wedding dress, and you know exactly how long it's going to take. 3 weeks, and it's 10 pounds. It's nice, clear, and quantifiable. And so far, this is a strong offer. But we finna put the icing on top. What's the icing? Without dieting and counting carbs. Boom. So now you have a bride-to-be who has a wedding coming up. She wants to look great in her wedding dress, and she doesn't like counting carbs and dieting and doing none of that stuff. Like, she hates it. Who likes that kind of stuff? And you're telling this bride-to-be that you can help her lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks without doing that and looking great in her wedding dress. Like, that is an offer, guys. She's going to be wide open to hearing whatever you have to say. She's probably willing to pay a little bit extra for the privilege of working with you and you helping her to achieve that offer in a stress-free way. I'm telling you, I'm spending a lot of time on this because it's the most important one, but we got to keep it moving. I go a lot more in depth in this in my coaching program and my consultations, but just know that the offer is super important, guys. So make sure you pay attention. You don't have to word yours exactly like this. Just kind of make sure all the elements are there, because once they're there, your offer becomes irresistible. All right, moving on. So next up in the framework, we have the M, the first M, that stands for messaging. Uncover the value in your offer and communicate it to your target audience in a way that resonates with them. So you can have the best offer in the world, but if your messaging isn't resonating with the people you want it to resonate with, then it really doesn't matter. They're not going to be attracted to what you're talking about, so you're going to lose them. So how do you make it resonate with the people that you want to attract? First and foremost, you want your messaging surrounding your offer to be clear and concise, effective. You do not want to be clever here. Most experts recommend that when it comes to marketing and talking to people about your business, you keep it somewhere around the 5th grade level, because it makes it easy to understand to more people. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. So you're not trying to be clever. You're not trying to be, super punny when it comes to your messaging. You want to be clear and concise. Also, we kind of touched on this on the last slide, but again, you want to know the pain points of your dream clients. You want to know what keeps them up at night, what frustrates them, what makes them upset, and just what really is a needle in their neck, What is a needle in the neck? Did I just make that up? The more you know about that, the more you can speak to them in your messaging and make them feel like you're talking directly to them. And the more they feel like that, the more they're going to feel like that you have the perfect solution for what they need. So again, it's going to take some market research, but it's very much so worth it. So know your pain points, know the frustrations of your ideal audience. Once you know the pain points and frustration of your ideal audience, then you can position your offer as the solution that will make their life better. Position your offer like that, and it's guaranteed to make it way more attractive to the people you want to attract. Next point, how does your offer take them towards pleasure or away from pain? Humans are weird. It's easy for us to get lazy, to get complacent, and to not really want to take action. The only two things that absolutely will make a human take action is them trying to avoid pain or them trying to move towards pleasure. So you want to make sure you know how your offer, how your service, how your thing can either help your clients go towards pleasure or away from pain. Now, what most entrepreneurs get wrong about this is they either are way too vague or they're trying to be way too clever with their messaging. And neither one of those are good, because if your client is confused, if they don't have the clarity that they need, they're not going to do business with you. Or I guess I should say, if your leads are confused, if your audience is confused, then they're not going to do business with you, because they need clarity. They need to absolutely know what it is that you offer and to know how it's going to help them solve their problem. If they don't understand that fully, then they're probably not going to do business with you. So the second M in the UMS framework is marketing. How to use social media to market your offer and attract your dream clients. Now, you already got the offer optimized. You got it nice and strong for people to be attracted to once they hear it. You have the messaging around your offer on point so that your ideal audience knows that you can actually help solve their problem with your offer. Now you have to let them know that you exist, right? And it's a lot of different ways that you can market your offer, but the way that I like to use these days, currently in today's market, and the way that I teach my students and my clients, and the way that I'm going to teach you, is by using social media. So why social media? It's because all of your dream clients are already there. They're already on your TikToks and Instagrams and YouTubes and Facebook. And these social media platforms have massive reach. So as long as you're following the steps and the framework that I'm teaching you, then you're going to be able to put out content that's going to attract these people from all over the world. Or if you're a local business, then you can kind of more focus on, your local area. But you will definitely attract your ideal clients by using social media and doing it the right way. So what do you do on social media? That is a whole thing in of itself, social media marketing, but because we don't have all that time today, we're just going to talk about video content, making video content specifically to appeal to your ideal audience on social media. So the reason you should be making video content is because it does all of these things, which are super necessary. If you're a coach or a consultant, it's a good chance that you might charge pretty high rates, or at least pretty decent rates, or at least you should be. I'm talking at least maybe $2,500 for a coaching package, $3,000. That's kind of on the low end. I know some coaches charge $6, $7, $8, $9K for a coaching package. And if you're asking people to spend that kind of money with you, then they absolutely have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. So you should be making video content and posting it on social media to help with that alone. It helps establish trust with your ideal clients because they see your video content and they spend time watching you, and it shows that, okay, you know what you're talking about. It helps show authenticity because written words are cool and photos are cooler. With video, it kind of doesn't lie. Like, it's right there, it's in your face, it's showing you, and it helps show the authenticity a little bit better. It helps you show your expertise because you get to share your knowledge. You get to show people that you know what you're talking about. And it's just something about, it's a psychological effect about watching somebody on video teach you something and explain something to you that just makes them feel like an expert. It is what it is. I know some of you gonna doubt me on that because there's a lot of people on social media that just makes a fool of themselves. But if we're talking about somebody who's really presenting information in a way that resonates with you and that you feel like, okay, they're really speaking to me because they're using the right language and they actually have an offer that resonates with you because it's speaking directly to you, then you're gonna probably think they have some expertise in what they're talking about. You should also be using video content for testimonials. So if you've already been doing this for a while and you've been working with clients, then you should have a couple of clients that you've actually helped. You've helped them get the results that you promised. And if there's a way that you can get video testimonial of that, whether they make a video themselves or if you just record them with your iPhone or your phone and you get them to share their experience working with you and get them to talk about how much you really helped them, that is super powerful, y'all. That is super powerful, and it doesn't take anything more than a cell phone. Upload those videos to your social media, to your website, to your Google or whatever the case, and it'll really just help with the know, like, and trust factor when it comes to what you offer. And it'll just make people want to spend money with you more. And then behind the scenes, you should be posting video content of you behind the scenes doing your thing, doing the thing that you say you do. So if you're a coach or consultant, maybe you post behind the scenes videos of you working with your clients or, doing things, prepping for a session or prepping for a call or a consultation. Maybe it can just show you on the phone, just doing different things, showing how you do your thing. If you are a service provider, then that's even easier. You can just literally show behind the scenes of you providing a service to your clients and making them happy. For me personally, with my video agency, I'm always posting behind the scenes content of me working with clients, me, filming, setting up the set, working the camera. I do photography too, as with the agency as part of my packages. So I show behind the scenes footage of me doing photo shoots and everything. So if you're a service-based business, it's super easy for you to get some behind the scenes footage because you're doing what you do all the time anyway. So just make sure you're showing that and sharing that. And that is how you use video content specifically on social media to attract more of your dream clients and to really bring more money into your business. Now that's just a little small taste because again, we don't have time, but I actually have a course that I teach all about how to use video content for social media, specifically like short form video content like Reels and TikToks and stuff, but also longer videos like on YouTube. Basically the entire course is how to use videos that you can make with your cell phone if you want to boost your expertise and grow your business online. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I'll make sure you get the information for that as well. So back to marketing. With these videos that you're making and posting on social media, the main thing you want to do is just give value and show off you being authentic. Show off you because you're the face of your brand, and give value. Do those two things and you will attract your tribe. And once you attract your tribe, then it's like a snowball effect and good things just keep happening. When it comes to marketing on social media, you got two ways you can do it. You can do paid marketing or you can do organic marketing. Now, paid marketing is easier if you have the money to do it. It takes less effort, so you have to spend less time up front. You just got to spend the money. And it can get very good results. Like you could reach people very targeted, and that is great. But you can also spend a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. You can waste a lot of money. I spent a lot of money and paid for my learning when I first tried to figure out paid social media marketing, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. The results eventually got good and it's worth it. I would recommend learning it to anybody. I would recommend investing in it to any entrepreneur. But at first, if you're learning it yourself, you're going to pay for your learning and, you might end up spending more money than you want to. So that's paid marketing. With organic marketing, that's basically just the post that you post on social media, interacting with people. You're not paying a dime. You're just posting really good content, and you're being immersive. Like you're just being a good member of the community on social media as it relates to your particular offer, your business, your niche. And people are attracted to you because you're giving them something to be attracted to. You're helping them. You're giving them small wins. You're giving them motivation and inspiration, and you're just basically being a good leader. So this is a very great way to do it. It feels a lot more real to your dream clients and your ideal audience. So it's a better chance that they'll connect with you sooner. But the thing with organic marketing is sometimes it can take a little bit longer to get things going, because a lot of these platforms are all about pay to play now. So the more money you give them, the more reach they give your content. So you can do it organically, but it might be a while, and especially depending on how often you post and just how hard you go with it, it can take a while. But it also can go pretty smooth and pretty fast. Once you know what you're doing, organic marketing can work wonders in as little as a week, definitely a month. 6 months dedicated organic marketing, then you really rolling, you cooking with steam. So those are the two options you have when it comes to marketing on social media, paid versus organic. Either one can get you where you're going. It just depends on how fast you want to get there. So lastly, for marketing, when it comes to posting the videos on social media, there's a framework that I like to use called the LEAP. And it basically tells you what videos you need to be posting on social media if you really want to like attract your dream clients. So you want to post lifestyle videos, videos of you doing your thing, living the lifestyle that you say you live, and helping the people that you say you help. I guess it kind of go back to what I was saying for behind the scenes. So I ain't saying like you got to be all like Lambos and doing all that like cringy stuff, but just if you say you're a coach, maybe just post a few videos showing you embodying the lifestyle that you say you live and the lifestyle that you can help other people get. Show you working with clients, show you, I don't know, working out, just being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, being a boss, because it helps people see you and know you and like you and trust you. So that's the L, lifestyle. The E, first E, is educational. So these are the value videos that you post as it relates to your particular niche, your particular business, your particular offer. You know, if you're a coach that helps people with their relationship, then post relationship related advice and educational content around that. Basically, you want to give them valuable information that they can use to solve the problem that you help them solve. Kind of like a freebie. Little freebies, little small wins. You know, you want to post a lot of reels that give people small wins, small bits of inspiration, small bits of advice, teachable, actionable advice that they can use. And that's really what's going to get them addicted to your content. Then, you know, that's how you're going to build your audience. So lifestyle, educational. The third E is entertainment. You can't be all business all the time, or at least you don't want to be like too stiff. So you can still throw in some entertainment videos here and there. And when I say entertainment, just you having fun, maybe you telling jokes, you dancing, like just showing off yourself, having fun, not 100% related to business, if that makes sense. Like, you're still a human. This is especially important for coaches and consultants, because humans want to work with humans. You know, nobody wants a super stiff person trying to give them advice and tell them what to do. If you're a service provider, I mean, I guess it just depends on your particular business. Maybe you don't want to like go too full in with the entertainment aspect if it kind of detracts away from the professionalism of what you offer. But there's still a lot of ways that you can, you know, have fun and show entertainment and keep it professional. So again, I can help you more with that on a one-on-one basis. In my coaching program, you know, we can sit down and really hammer it out to talk about what kind of entertainment videos make sense for your brand and for your business. But for now, we'll just say, you know, you can sprinkle it in. And then lastly, the P is for promo. With social media, you don't want to just be promoting all the time, especially blatantly. Like, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy my offer, buy my offer. Like, you don't want to be doing that, because that's not why people are on social media for the most part. They want to relax, have fun. They might want to learn some stuff. They might buy some here and there, but that's not the main thing they're here for. So don't be overly promotional. Alright, so we are at the S in ARMS. We are at the last part of the framework, which is sales. Feel confident discussing money with your clients and closing more deals without feeling sleazy or salesy. The art of selling is important, because you can have a bomb offer, You can have dope messaging. You can have amazing marketing, people lining up to talk to you, ready to do business with you. But if your sales process isn't on point, if you don't know how to talk to them, if you don't know how to give them your price and talk about money and deal with objections, then you're going to lose a lot more money than you have to. So sales is super important. So let's start off with the mindset. We touched on this earlier, but I'm going to reiterate. You deserve to be paid. You deserve to be paid for your expertise. You deserve to get paid for the results that you bring and for the time and money that you save your clients by working with you. That's first and foremost. You got to know that. So just offer real value and you can be proud of the prices you charge. Make sure you're actually helping the people you say you're going to help, and you can be proud. Hold your head up high. All right, so the next point, position yourself as a professional. So a lot of the anxiety and the apprehension that comes from having the sales talk and having the money talk with your clients is feeling like maybe you're going to say something wrong. But a lot of times it's feeling like you're going to have to justify your prices, and you don't know how you're going to do that. You feel like they're going to ask you, why do you charge this? Or why does this cost so much? And you're going to stumble and not know what to say, and you're going to lose the sale. So a big part of getting rid of that fear and that feeling is to position yourself right in the first place. So by the time that y'all even get on the phone and start talking, you've already positioned yourself in a way that they know they're dealing with a professional. You're not going to have to justify anything. You're going to have to present your offer in a way that makes sense to them emotionally and logically, but you're not going to have to justify why you're charging your prices. All right, so how do you position yourself as a professional in the first place? What you want to do is you want to first qualify the lead. Before you even talk to them, before you get on the phone with them, you want to qualify them and make sure that they're serious. Make sure they're not going to waste your time. Make sure that they're at the right point to talk to you and have you dedicate your time to speaking to them. And by qualifying them, it does two things. Again, it filters out people who aren't quite serious, or maybe they're just not really ready to talk to you yet. But it also creates an impression in the mind of your lead that, okay, this must be a professional. This person is doing things different, because most people aren't going to qualify a lead before they talk to them. So how do you qualify your leads? Well, the method that I use and the method that I teach is to send them a short form with a few questions on it. I call it a discovery form. You can either email it to them or it can be posted on your website. Basically, it's just a couple of questions to ask them, what are they looking to get out of the conversation that y'all are about to have. That way you can learn a little bit about them. You can come to the sales call prepared. You can know kind of what their main concerns are, and it just helps everything flow a little better. For people who aren't willing to take this step and fill out a discovery form before you let them book a call, then they're probably not going to be your dream clients anyway, and you're probably not going to want to work with them because they're already giving you friction. Your process is your process, and there's nothing wrong with that. So after they fill out the discovery form and answer the questions that they need to answer, then you can send them a link to book a call. Or if you don't, have calendar software, then you can ask them when would they like to schedule a call, and you can give them your availability. Now, this does something else too psychologically. It lets them know that your time is important, that you're just not free all day sitting around for them, or anybody to just call you. You're a busy person, you're an entrepreneur. This is your availability. You're giving them the option to choose from your availability when they would like to talk to you, and that just positions you as a professional way more. So by the time they actually get on the phone with you, then they know they're dealing with the real deal. All right. Once you actually have them book a call and you guys get on the phone, or, I'm saying book a call because this is post-COVID. And back in the day, it would be a lot more common to actually meet up with people for these sales meetings or sales conversations. And there's nothing wrong if you want to meet up with people personally. But post-COVID world, it's just way easier to book a call. You can do a Zoom call and have that same face-to-face interaction without the inconvenience. So I'm saying book a call, but just know this is for any kind of sales meeting, whether it's a call, whether it's in-person meeting, or even if it's through text messages. So once you actually are in the meeting or on the phone with the person, the first thing you want to do, you want to lead the conversation. Again, you want them to know they're working with a professional. So you want to lead the conversation and set the tone and the expectations from the jump. So the way to do this is just to start by giving them the layout. It could be something simple like, okay, Mr. Johnson, so the purpose of this phone call is just to talk about your business, see what's working, see what's not working, and to see if there's a way that I can help you take things to the next level. If I can help you take things to the next level, then I'll give you some options and show you what that can look like if we work together. And if it sounds good to you, then we'll take it from there. Does that sound good? And Mr. Johnson is going to say, yes, sure, that sounds good. And so what you've just done, you've just led the conversation. You let Mr. Johnson know how this conversation is going to flow, and it gives him comfort. He doesn't have to be antsy or feel like you're about to come with some kind of like crazy sales tactics. He can just kind of relax and y'all can have a conversation. So you want to lead the conversation. Once you guys are talking, you want to ask questions. Ask questions. You want to be a detective. You want to be a doctor. You know, if you ever went to the doctor, they're going to ask you a ton of questions like how you feeling and all this, because before they can offer you anything, they need to know what the problem is, right? And so that's what your goal is by asking questions. You're asking your leads questions to figure out, again, like I just said, what's going right, what's going wrong, what's holding them back. What do they expect to happen by working with you? So once you get all of that information, and you can diagnose the problem that they're having, the reason that they're not where they want to be, you can diagnose all that. Then and only then, after you diagnose the problem, can you prescribe the solution, which is your offer. And that's pretty much the sales conversation. There's more to it if you want it to be, but on the most basic level, this is what a sales conversation is. If you can navigate through that, then you're pretty much going to be closing as many deals as you possibly can. Now, I do actually have an exact script, my personal sales script that I use and that I teach, that's very effective and that works. Again, that's part of my coaching program. We don't got time to get into it right here. But the last two steps, you want to ask for the close. After you prescribe your solution, a lot of salespeople think, a lot of coaches, consultants, and just entrepreneurs, period, think that people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, that sounds great. Sign me up. And sometimes people do be like that. Your leads might say that, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to ask for the close. And the way you do that is by saying something like, hey, does that sound like something that could help you out, Mr. Johnson? Does that sound like something that will work for you? Does that sound like an option you would like to consider? Or, you can word it how you want to word it, but you're basically asking them like, yes, is this something that you want? Would you like to move forward? And they're going to either say yes or no. If they say yes, then awesome. Here's the price to do this. Is that doable for you or whatever? If they say no, then it's some kind of objection. It's something holding them back that you haven't dealt with yet. And so you're going to have to deal with that. Again, I know I'm moving kind of fast through this. I would love to really get into it and break it all down, but we just don't have the time to do that today. But again, I do have scripts, and I go more into that with my coaching program. So if there's something you're interested in, then we can do that. So lastly, even though I don't have time to go into the full script today, there are 2 magic questions that I ask for every sales meeting that you absolutely need to ask if you want to close that sale. And the first question is, you want to find out the results that your client is looking for by working with you. So if you're a coach, you're a consultant, you want to know what are they looking to gain from talking to you, from working with you? What are they looking to achieve? Once you know that, then you can kind of see, A, are their expectations realistic? And B, can you actually help them? But you also want to ask that question because it gets people talking. People love talking about themselves, and the more you can get people talking about themselves and just expressing to you what's on their mind, then the more information you have to make sure that your offer is really in line with what they need. All right. The second thing you want to make sure you ask them is, what's holding you back from that now? Right? After they've shared their goals and told you, what they want to accomplish and what they want to achieve, then next you need to know, well, why haven't you achieved that yet? Up to this point, what has been holding you back from achieving that? Because that's going to tell them why they're on the phone with you in the first place. This is the point that they're at. They haven't been able to get what they need elsewhere up to this point, so they're looking to you for your expertise. And the more information you have about that, then the more you'll be able to help them. So that's pretty much it for the sales process. Touch on all these points when you are in your sales process and having your sales talks and sales meetings, and it'll go a lot smoother. Your leads will be at ease, and you'll feel a lot more comfortable talking to them about money and closing the deal. All right, so what's next? That is pretty much it, y'all. I feel like I went way over my 30 minutes, but that is the OMS framework. OMMS. You want to make sure that your offer, your messaging, your marketing, and your sales process is on point. Make sure it's optimized to attract and to deal with the clients that you want to deal with the most. Your dream clients, your ideal clients. You follow that framework, you will be absolutely thrilled by how well it works for your business and how many more clients you can attract and how much more fulfilled you feel by working with them. So, what's next? Well, that was really the game, y'all. The OMMS framework that's the full framework. I really didn't hold anything back as far as when it comes to the framework. So you can take that and you can apply it and make sure that your business has that framework in there so that everything is optimized. Your offer, your messaging, your marketing, and your sales process is optimized. You could take that and run it and apply it to your business and make sure that everything that you need is solid. And you would probably be pretty much okay. But for the people that likes to have a little bit more one-on-one, hands-on help, if you want to go deeper, if you would like to have that full coaching experience with me, then that is something I offer. It's a full hands-on experience. It is the Dream Magnet Client Coaching Program. I offer that, and if that's something you would like, then let me know. I can send you a link. You can find out more information, and maybe you'll become a student. If you're not really ready to jump in the full coaching program, then I offer consultation calls where, you can just get clarity. You can ask questions. We can strategize. These calls last about 45 minutes to an hour. And, it's not as in-depth and as immersive as the coaching program, but you can still get a lot of value out of it. And that is something I offer. Now, you can also find me on social media. This is my Instagram right here, the Jamal McWhorter. I try to give as much value and give as much game as I can through my social media, y'all. I drop a lot of videos, give a lot of tips. You'll see me utilizing all of the tips and the strategies that I gave here today. This entire free training is something that I still use every day in my business, and that's how I know that it works. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you'll see me sharing my knowledge and building my expertise and showing me my authenticity. You'll just see me going through the whole framework. Thank you spending this time with me, watching this free training. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something. I hope I stood by my promise of giving you the most valuable 30 minutes that you will have this week. Good luck with your business. All my coaches, entrepreneurs, service-based businesses, everybody out there getting money. Kudos to you. Let's do it. I'll see you later.